This is a 2 versus 2 battle with some real heavyweights in the multiplayer Total War community. We have on one side, we have a dwarven Chaos Alliance, which is quite weird, commanded by the Prussian Prince and Riksosten, I think it was. Then we have a Greenskin and Vampire Count Alliance, an unlikely one, but not as unlikely as the one we're seeing over here. Nice and varied terrain, however, I think there's a slight hill advantage to be had here for the Prussian Prince's team. Fellbats. And let's have a look at the armies. So over here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 Fellbats together with Wizard, Lore of Death, Lore of Vampires. Let's see, is it von Karstein? Yeah, it's H. von Karstein. So both Lore of Death, Lore of Vampires, which is very useful for the Spirit Leech and regeneration stuff, Wind of Death, so on. Then we have for infantry, Skeleton Warriors. Very cheap stuff. Backed up by, wow, a lot of Crypt Horrors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Crypt Horrors. A very interesting setup this, because this is kind of how you have to use monsters and infantry. You use the infantry to hold and to shield the monsters, and the monsters will go around or just into a blob to support and break units faster. That way monsters can be viable, potentially. Orc Boar Boy Biggins, decent cavalry unit. Doom Divers, let's see here. This is actually Grimgore, which is an interesting choice. Actually, the Prussian Prince is, let's see here. Never mind. Then we have Biggins and Savage Orcs over on the flanks. Orc Boar Boy Biggins, and here we have Forest Goblin Spider Riders deployed to the front. It's going to take a long time to go through these armies, but I think we kind of have to see what they have. Chaos Spawn on the flanks. Forsaken with their very high damage potential in the center. Chaos Spawn for the Dwarfs. We have Miners with blasting charges. Longbeards. Then we have some Corlers in the back here, together with some... the Dwarves have to have some artillery somewhere. Yeah, here we go. Cannons. Chaos Trolls. Bunch of different units. And the bats are going, presumably, I think the volume is very loud at my end. I'll just have to turn it down a bit, I think. Let's see. Or else I'm going to be shouting the entire time. Yeah, the Doom Divers already firing. And the Terrorgeist is looking for artillery, I think. Oh, look at the bat swarms here. Bunch of bats just diving, running towards the back of the enemy lines. I wonder what they're going... Ooh, massive assault towards the Dwarven lines here. They will have no time to use their artillery, as the Chaos Trolls charged in, pushing back the Dwarves here, but then pulling back themselves. Very interesting tactics here, rushing all the flyers to the back of the enemy lines. But yeah, these are the... I got confused there for a minute, because this is the allied chaos. Ooh, look at the Wind of Death, doing a lot of damage there with the Wind of Death. Very nice. The Whim of Death. It could have hit better, but that was a pretty good hit, taking off health from multiple units there. And the Forest Goblin Spider Riders rush in to stop the advance, giving the Doom Divers some more time to snipe, because these Forest Goblin Spider Riders are going to die very quickly. Perhaps also waiting for some magic to regenerate. And here come the Fell Bats going for the artillery. Another Wind of Death down the line. That was probably the tactic. Send in the goblins to stop these units so that the Wind of Death could do maximal damage. The bats come in. Wow, this is quite cool. The bats come in, gloriously attacking the Quarrelers. And the Forest Goblin Spider is getting hit by blasting charges as the bats swoop down on everything that has ranged weapons. But it's hard to take down dwarves with just these fell bats, but you will be able to stop them from firing for some time at least. So let's see, Grimgore has lost a lot of health here, presumably he's been spirit leeched. There we go, let's see what happens here. Yeah, he's getting spirit leeched to death, so this is why a melee only general is very, very risky. And keeping him close to the fight, in my opinion, the best generals are the flying generals that can swoop in, get the hell out. Because now look at Majutsu's Grimgore here. He's about to go down. The Doom Divers are still firing. Terrorgeist flying down into the miners and longbeards. Here come the flying Manfred von Karstein on his very quick. Is it the Hellsteed? Flying Nightmare? Something like that. And in the melee, things are chaotic. The Chaos Spawn gets a lot of killing done. Chaos Spawn are one of the better monsters with their decent weapon strength and being unbreakable. Makes them very, very useful. Because even though they will lose in the end, they will take a long, long time. They will take a lot of damage before they go down. The blasting charges are coming down on the Chaos Trolls there. And that's Grimgore, I think. The enemy lord is dead. I think that's Grimgore dead. And here, Spirit Leech being cast. Yep. Spirit Leech and Manfred von Karstein is going to kill you, so the Chaos Wizard, the Chaos Wizard is gone there. Off the field you go. The Chaos Trolls are in the fight, but I'm not too impressed by Trolls. The Chaos Spawn, however, very impressed by the performance of the Chaos Trolls. And the Greenskin morale is going to suffer now that they've lost Grimgore. Crypt Horrors are crumbling rapidly here. Both crumbling and regenerating. And they're also one of the monsters that are not hugely impressive. Can be effective, but not hugely impressive. That there are still units fighting on in this battle is quite quite impressive. They've been fighting for a long, long time. The Crypt Horrors have gotten here into the Quarrelers, taking damage from the miners and their blasting charges. The blasting charges look very impressive, but they are not as impressive as their graphical effect would suggest. Here we have Forsaken and various other Chaos units running away. The Boar Boy Biggins done a decent job here. Now they're running down some Chaos Marauders. And amazingly, the Doom Divers are still alive. And look at the kills on the Doom Divers. It's easy to ignore these Doom Divers because they don't look as imposing as a cannon. But if you leave these guys alive for the late game, let's see what they're firing at here. Maybe the cannon? Yeah, at the Quarrelers and the cannon. So the cannon, only 11 kills there. 11 kills and 0 kills. And that's one of the things with one of the artillery pieces. You need to have good line of sight with the cannon. And that makes it quite hard to use. So units have come back from routing. Forsaken dealing a lot of damage to the Quarrelers, together with the Chaos Trolls. The Crypt Horror went down there. Oh, they're actually fighting. They were fighting Crypt Horrors. It's so confusing when Chaos and Dwarfs are allied, because it's an abomination. It wasn't supposed to be like that. So regenerating the Terrorgeist, putting him close to Monfrad here to increase his morale or leadership so he doesn't crumble. And also casting the invocation of Nehek on him. The Terrorgeist is losing health. There we go. Gets its leadership back. Always using these two units in conjunction with each other. But here come 2 units of Chaos Trolls. Amazing that the Chaos Trolls are still alive. The Terrorgeist is in trouble. But the Terrorgeist disengages. Still crumbling though. And Monfrad von Karstein is in the middle of the melee here. There are a lot of dwarves left on the battlefield compared to how much chaos there is. It makes sense considering the different playstyles of dwarves and chaos respectively. But I didn't expect there to be this many dwarves left, and they have cannons, so they can potentially snipe Monfrad here. I'm sorry about that confusion in the beginning there. My mind was I was seeing chaos attacking the dwarves, but the fact was that the chaos units were protecting the dwarves, and that's what you get when you have unlikely alliances. And this Crypt Horror has done a good job. 104 kills. Here come the Savage Orcs, charging into the Longbeards. Losing decisively on the charge. Ooh, look at Monfrad is about to go. Monfrad is about to go down here. Master of the Black Arts, Undead Resurgent, and Red Fury. So he could actually manage to win this fight if he's lucky, but no, he's going to push out of there. It looks like the Savage Orcs are losing. The Doom Divers might have been the MVPs of this battle. Yeah, 121, 109, 119. The Crypt Horrors are doing really well here against the Longbeards. They are wavering. And Monfrad is trying to break the corridors there, which the Crypt Horrors also come in to deal the damage. The dwarves are very dangerous since they have ammunition left and cannons left. The cannons could very well get lucky hits in on the Undead Wizard, on Monfrad. There we go with the Master of the Black Arts again. Oh, the cannon crew was off its cannons. And now Monfrad gets... That's huge. That is huge for this battle. I don't know if they had ammunition left. Let's see if they do. They actually have ammunition left. So now they're running back towards their cannons. While the Doom Divers are still doing a lot of damage. But out of ammunition here, out of ammunition, and 5 goblins left. But they don't really have ammunition, they have goblins, so I should start saying that they have 5 goblins left. And Monfrad is trying to break dwarven units here, stopping them from manning their artillery. Here you can see they've managed to man or dwarf their artillery. And boom! The cannon destroyed there by Monfrad. Cannon actually exploded. still running about this fellow. Magic has to be regenerating at a snail's pace now, this late in the battle, and with this much magic haven't been used. So you'll see Vim using Master of the Black Orcs. But I'm not sure. You can see Manfred is regenerating health here because he's in melee and dealing damage. Still Crypt Horrors alive. 183 kills for the Crypt Horrors there. That's quite good. Pretty cool map feature over here. A dragon skeleton. I don't know if it's a skeleton or if it's some sort of rock formation. Attack the odds! Strike out! So both armies are now facing off against each other, aside from these undead units that are in the backlines, and these dwarfs. These orcs that are in the backlines. But Manfred being mounted, he can swoop in, deal damage, and get out again. I've completely forgot about the Prussian Prince's general here, which is the Slayer King, and he will have no problems taking care of both the Crypt Horrors. Quite often with the dwarves, when this guy is on the field, you will look at Manfred. He's trying to run away from Ungrim, and he should, because he's going to kill the crap out of Manfred there. But quite a lot of the time you'll see this guy being the last dwarf alive on the battlefield. The cannons, I managed to get a shot off there, close range, but now the Crypt Horrors come in. They just came in, gave the cannon crew a whack, and now they're running away from the Slayer King. Master of Undead Resurgent on Manfred. And Manfred really shouldn't have a binding. Him being the vampire at all. Corlers down here. It looks like the Crypt Horrors want to go and take care of the Corlers. And Manfred no doubt wants to destroy these last cannons. Because the cannons, they do have a lot of ammunition remaining. And here comes the Doom Driver Catapult crew, wanting to get at the cannons no doubt as well. Master of the Black Arts. Looks like this is fast forward time. Someone is waiting for something to happen. Look at him just hanging about here. Because when he's hanging there, the cannons can't fire at him. If he's directly on top of the cannons can never fire at him. So, pretty smart there. Sneaky tactics. One shot from the cannon, and the Doom Driver Catapult start wavering. Very smart, sending in the Crypt Horrors, as well as sending in Vim's little vampire there, attacking the cannon, because the cannon exploded when he landed on it. And now the Crypt Horrors are ignoring the Dwarven Lord and wanting to kill off the artillery crew, which they managed to break the artillery crew, but this is the real problem here, because looking at what's left, the Prussian Prince's general is going to be able to kill everything that's left on the battlefield, no problem whatsoever. He'll kill these crypt horrors, yeah, super quickly. And Manfred cannot engage the Slayer King. So now we have Slayer King versus Undead and the few remaining orcs. And like I said, he's going to be able to kill everything that's left on the field here, no problem. The Doom Divers don't have any goblins left in them. And Manfred can't have much magic or much power left. And if all of these units break, then of course Manfred will have to land, but he can just fly away and land somewhere. And here come the Savage Orcs out of the forest. But the Slayer King is barely taking any damage from the Savage Orcs.
The Iron Fist speaks.
So he's going to chase away these few units. And let's see. Yeah, killing the ever-loving shit out of them. Spirit Leech is the one thing this guy needs to fear, really.
Pump those dwarfen legs.
But the problem is for the undead here, magic regenerates so slowly at this point in the battle that it's going to be almost impossible to get enough Spirit Leeches. At least in a decent amount of time, but I see on the clock here there's 15 minutes remaining. So it could very well be that that the vampires are taking the cheesy route. The Doom Diver is trying to hide. Ooh, knocking down Ungrim here. Need to be super careful about this, but it is a valid tactic against footlords. Swooping down, knocking them down.
We are relentless. Nothing can stop
And it is of course super annoying when this is done towards your own lord. But you need to be very careful, because if you miss, look at what the Prussian Prince is doing now. He's moving around in every which direction as the attack comes, and then the flyer actually misses. So it's entirely possible to do that by moving around in different directions. And in that case, you are not going to take any damage, but it's going to be hard to hit the flyer back. There you are. Missed that time as well. Let's see, what do we have over here? Yeah, the Doom Divers hiding around on the battlefield. This is an epic ending to the battle. I have to fast forward here. There's just no way we can watch this in normal speed. Well, I guess some of you could, but I just cannot. This is so cat and mouse, and the thing is, Manfred is potentially one hit away from being killed. But with good micro, he should be able to survive. Ungrim is starting to look a bit shaky there as well. The silliest Total War Warhammer game so far, by a long shot. Even sillier than the old gyrocopter army. The thing is, if the if the Doom Diver catapult crew is killed, then Manfred needs to land somewhere. Or face a crumbling death. In the forest, that might be interesting. The goblins have a speed of... It says 20, but they are obviously faster than that. That is just with the catapult. So, when they're running about on their stunty legs, they are definitely... Oh! Ungrim got a hit in on Manfred there. Manfred is actually wavering at this point. 88 health remaining. Because Ungrim managed to whack him. And now he keeps missing. Wavering. Ooh, wavering. Wavering. Manfred is desperate at this point. Wavering.
Those dwarfen legs.
Ooh.
Nothing can stop us. Move.
Close one. Ah, Manfred. There you go. Manfred got whacked with the axe. Finally dead. A Pyrrhic victory there for the Prussian Prince and Riksosten. RTK versus Agony. That was an epic battle. And look at Majutsu's army. The Grimgor Ironhide, I would personally never bring him, but the Doom Divers did an exceptional job here. The infantry, the Savage Orcs did okay. The Goblin Spider Riders did their job by blowing up the enemy to set them up for the magic. Too bad we can't see the armies of all the players here, because it would have been interesting to see the kills. Or actually, we can. Newbie me. Let's see. Agony Riksosten, the Forsaken did a good job. The Chaos Spawn did a good job. Some of the trolls did okay. This is pure Chaos Rush, and in my opinion, that is how to Chaos. Yeah, we looked at Majutsu's army, and let's have a look at Vim's army. 215 kills for one of these Cryptors, which is very good. I really like this type of army setup, which is very focused. The Skeleton Warriors as the meat shields, the Fell Bats going for war machines and such, and the Cryptors as the heavy hitters. A beautiful, beautiful undead army. Unfortunately, though, there were just too many damn dwarfs to kill on the battlefield here. And if you look at Riksosten, I think Riksosten Riksosten was aggressive and had the means to be aggressive in this battle, while the Prussian Prince sort of hung back a bit and keeping his lord alive made the battle go in favor of Riksosten and the Prussian Prince here. But this was a pretty cool battle, and certainly the longest 2v2 I've ever watched. So thanks, Prussian Prince, for sending it. Strength and honor.